In the private sector, anyways, there's not a lot of regulation. It's kind of the Wild West in most states for polygraph. In other words, someone could buy an instrument on eBay and read a couple of books and say, well, I'm a polygraph examiner. They're not going to be following all those protocols. So that's one of the main reasons polygraph gets that bad reputation. It would be highly unethical, and unfortunately, a lot of examiners out there do it, to just sit someone down and just start asking them questions. They just put someone on an instrument and they ask them these crazy questions out of nowhere, many of which are not even answered appropriately in the form of a yes or no, which you need to be.
In the private sector, we do cases that, first of all, require that we have an understanding of what are the issues. What are the conflicts? Every validated polygraph test involves the resolution of a conflict. And so the first thing we have to know is, what is that conflict? Once we have a complete understanding of what is the conflict, what is the he said, she said, in other words, then we have to prepare for how are we going to approach this person. When we get them into the laboratory, the first thing we do is take a brief medical history on them to find out what's in their body, what's their body been through, and what do we need to know about how they feel today. I just found out an hour ago my mother passed. We have to terminate that interview. And so we're going to complete that process and then get all the appropriate consent forms finalized and authorized. And then for them to understand that they have a right to leave if they want to, that they're not being held there against their will. And we explain to them that we're going to tell them everything that they're going to be tested over. We're going to go over during the interview. And that process is called a pre-test interview. That process in a specific issue test generally is going to take an hour to an hour and a half, at least.
And it's got multiple purposes. I mean, you're getting information, of course, not only about their background, the case, but you're also getting behavioral information. But you're also building trust so that later down the road, you can pull them off the ceiling.
You ever find out that they're lying in that first interview leading up to the polygraph?
Sure, the confession rate's pretty high. Oftentimes we get them in a position where they recognize that this is something where they're better served in terms of the testing and the outcome to tell us the truth.